All right then. This should be good to go. As far as I can tell. Oh, my face looks really, really red. See, Instagram, face looks fine. YouTube, face looks red. But hey, that's just how we're rolling with here. So that's fantastic. And it works that I've got some coffee on hand. I'm just gonna tweak this stuff around. There's no group chat. Pull this over here. Hey, Leah. Hey, Haley. Hey, Nick. How are you guys doing? I am just getting things underway. See, I don't think there's any way for me to review. Hey, Daniel. No way to really review any comments I might get on Facebook unless I'm on like the page where this is at. So there we go. Okay, cool. So now if anyone shows up on YouTube, I will be able to hear them or read what they're saying. Okay, so really I wanted to have a live stream before the semester was out because, well, yeah, that's just not something I've been able to do lately. And I have a lot on my mind concerning mostly my YouTube channel. I figured I would also stream this to Instagram because I know that I have kind of an audience there. And also, I'm going to be talking about a whole bunch of Disney things that have been revealed lately. So we're talking live action movies, the new Star Wars trailer that dropped yesterday. It's just all been jumbling around in my mind. And considering my channel, I've been making headway on some things in the works. So I'm really, really excited about this. Greek yesterday, finishing that exam, getting that done and over with, huge weight off my shoulders. Like, I was relieved to be able to walk out of that exam room and just plop myself down in Stalt's Hall because it was a struggle, like for real. No one. Yeah, I don't think any of you guys, unless Nick, you took some sort of Greek studies when you were out in Saskatchewan, but it was rough. So I was glad to get that done and over with. And tonight, since I don't have an exam until Wednesday, wanted to sit and chat and really just lay out what I've been working on. So the first thing that I'm pretty stoked about, that unfortunately, since this is a very basic setup, I have new, hey, Zed Crane 18 or Z Crane 18, I guess that's easier to say, but I'm Canadian, so Zed Crane it is. Yes. If anyone, probably no one saw this because I'm mostly talking to folks that are over in Colburn House right now. Last year, around the end of exams, hey Juliana, I developed a design for my YouTube channel. My phrase that I use a lot of times in my vlogs, English is hard, guys. I made a design for that, very basic, very simple, but I switched the E in English to an I, and then the Y in guys, I changed to an I. So English is hard, guys. Kind of a play on that. I thought that was clever. It might not be, but hey, it doesn't matter. Oh, hang on a sec. Yo, what's going on? Hello.
The show message.
There's a message from Steckley.
So just a heads up.
Oh. Oh.
So that's the thing.
What?
Probably not that. Probably nothing big. It's nothing. It's probably not a big deal.
Okay, if it wasn't a big deal, then why would there even?
It's also on Colburn House.
But yeah, so
okay.
That's the thing. Just so you know, so you're in the know.
All right, cool. Thanks. Yeah. So apparently there's something going on around campus. A lot of you guys might have seen a message on the Colburn House Facebook page. So yeah, that's what that was about. Where was I? Yes, my merch designs. So English is Hard, guys. That's the one I developed last year, but I haven't actually looked into any sites in order to develop the products on and start selling with. So that's a YouTube thing that I have in the works. I'm really going to be looking forward to making it happen within the summer, because I say this every year. I really want to push things. Yeah, I want to push my channel a little bit more. I want to start reaching out to brands and getting products moving for my channel, since it's almost 8 years old, which is mind-blowing in itself. Zed Crane, what's going on? Great question. Message that the guys were just showing me, very vague, just kind of general notice of there's a thing. So yeah, that's great. And as far as what is my favorite movie, that is very difficult. I feel like I have different movies for different favorite movies for different genres. So to say I have one favorite movie overall, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. The one that's always kind of stuck out to me is Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, just because it has a lot of action, but it also has a lot of funny points, and you can't go wrong with Johnny Depp. Fantastic Beasts, Crimes of Grindelwald proved that. So at World's End is definitely up there, and maybe like my top 5, I want to say. So back to channel things. Looking into developing merch. My first design, English is Hard, guys. My second design is basically just my camera that I did up in my Pages app with my lightning bolt in the bottom right corner. So that's really cool. Keegan J. Perry, hello. How you doing, son? And so, like, that sounds really basic. Like, why would anyone buy merch with a camera on it, even if it does have a little lightning bolt in the corner? In the top screen, because my camera does have a flip-up screen, so I can see how I am in the frame when I'm vlogging, I have just a little phrase, it's a vlog thing. I don't know why, I don't know how I thought of it. It just came to me the other night. Like, what's a weird thing, like here at Crandall, I'm really busy with schoolwork, and if I do want to go off and make a video for my YouTube audience, which is conveniently like where you guys are, it would probably be to this side, but where I'm looking, it's over here. So yeah, kind of talking to audiences right now. Collaborating with myself, I don't think that's a thing. It's not going to be a thing. Don't quote me on that, please. I'm never going to hear the end of it. Yeah, okay, moving on. Oh, coffee's getting to me already. Yeah, so it's a vlog thing. I feel like that's a phrase that totally sounds like me. If I say like, oh, guys, I gotta get back to Crandall. I gotta make a video. Oh, what's a video about? Oh, it's a vlog thing. Just casual, like in passing sort of deal. It's not a big deal. And the other thing that is a little bit more exciting, because I've actually followed through with it and I've started it, I have a donation page. It's not Patreon, as I'm sure a lot of people are aware of the Patreon platform, since I'm just checking my Twitter messages here. A lot of people are aware of Patreon. You pledge a set number a month, and then you get perks based on what tier you are. I'm not on Patreon. well, technically I am, but it's not released, and I don't know if I'm going to release it. I am on a platform called Coffee, not COFFE, KO-FI. Coffee is more of a donation site where you give how much you want to, and you still get a little bit of a perk. The idea behind Coffee is that you can pledge enough to buy someone a coffee. It's a metaphorical coffee, if you will. And I do have one small little perk for anyone who does want to donate to me on Coffee. I have included in my auto replies that whoever does pledge gets access to my Discord server. I set one up a little while ago. I've been tweaking it, putting in different sections for fandoms that I'm really passionate about, like Harry Potter and Marvel superheroes, Doctor Who. It was really appropriate that I was wearing the shirt all day. And in the Discord server, my goal with that is to build an even stronger community, because I don't know how many of you guys here at Crandall watch any of my YouTube videos, but the message that I have been sharing on the platform almost since I started it is don't be afraid to express what you are truly passionate about, regardless of what others say, because you never, hang on, no, that's not mine. See, I say this outro in every video now, but I still mess it up. Don't be discouraged by others to express what you are truly passionate about, because you have no idea who in the world you can make an amazing connection with. That is built off of embrace what you are truly passionate about and express it to the world. Mainly because, like, I think I might have told some of you this story before. Hey, Megan, that when I was younger, I thought I have to be somebody else in order for society to, like, society was mainly school at that point, in order for kids at school to like me, to be part of the popular crowd that everyone looks up to and everyone idolizes. I have to change who I am as a person. I can't express the things that I like in private, but I have to conform to this image that people appreciate and people want to see get further in life. Found out after probably like it was all of middle school and part of junior high. So after 5 years, finally found out that's not going to work. Knock it off. You love Harry Potter. You love Magic the Gathering. You love all these nerdy things. Why don't you just embrace it and express it? And I want to be able to pass that on to others. And Discord, I feel, is a way to form a tighter community and a tighter bond with people from across the world. Like, there are people that watch my videos or comment and they don't really interact with one another. But I want Discord to be a place where it's not me just talking to you, it's you guys talking to you. So Coffee is kind of like the Discord server is for that. And the reason that I'm not just like putting it out there, but I'm actually on Coffee is because I want to do a lot of cool things with my YouTube channel, but I just don't have the funds for it. And I've come to learn recently that there's no shame in asking for help. People, creators, make Patreons and they make Coffee accounts. It's a normal thing to do. And if I just want a little bit of if people want to financially support me, then they can, but you guys are under absolutely no obligation to do so. But I did want to take that step forward because I have been stagnant on the platform for a really long time, and this is a little bit of a way to change that. So those are really the two things for YouTube that I wanted to address about the channel and about what I hope to have coming out this summer. Now let's get into some Disney things, because Holy moly, there are a lot of Disney things going on lately. I actually made a video for the second. It looks like this bottom part of my screen is really dark. I'm going to shift you guys around a little bit. Because right now I have the most watchers on Instagram than I do on YouTube. And that's perfectly okay. I just want to be able to hang out with people tonight without leaving my apartment because it's been really nice in here today. And I don't really want to leave. So, Disney. I made a video a while back reacting to the second Aladdin trailer. This was when Will Smith as the genie was finally revealed, and he was blue, which is totally genie. He was crazy and ridiculous, just as we remember him, but he had the bulge. Now, I went through a whole video saying, like, Will Smith's genie is his own genie, and he shouldn't have to conform to Robin Williams' portrayal of the genie, because Robin Williams' genie is the one and only Robin Williams genie. There cannot be another Robin Williams genie. Just like Julie Andrews' Mary Poppins is the only Julie Andrews Mary Poppins that there is. No one can beat Julie Andrews' Mary Poppins by trying to be another Julie Andrews Mary Poppins. But she made an excellent Emily Blunt Mary Poppins because she took elements and inspiration from Julie Andrews and added that into her own portrayal of the character. I thought that was brilliant. I thought that was great, even though I didn't actually see Mary Poppins Returns. I saw the clips, and I truly believe that Emily Blunt made Mary Poppins her own character. And I am so, so glad that the trailers did not end at just the bulge Will Smith genie. But it went to another trailer, and he wasn't blue in every scene, which was kind of cool because that shows a difference. And he didn't have the bulge in every scene. So just for that one slight little scene that we had got in the second trailer, then Will Smith was Robin Williams' genie for a very brief moment, but then he developed him. He developed the genie into his own, and we now have a Will Smith genie that I cannot wait to see in theaters. But really, like, guys, what are your thoughts on, first of all, the Aladdin live-action movie? Personally, I think it's a really smart move of Disney to live-action this one, because there are a lot of iconic songs, and it's a great story to tell. Ugh. So glad I made coffee. It's going to keep me up until probably like 3 a.m., but hey, I don't have anywhere to go tomorrow morning. I'm having church here in my room. I'm going to put on Moncton Wesleyan's live stream, and it's going to be great. I like it. Maybe I should move this over slightly. There we go. Now I can easily... Oh, Fusion. Hey, Fusion. Sorry I didn't get to your message. I'm trying to figure out... Oh, no, that makes the window screen all the larger. Okay, here we go. There we go. Minimize that. See, I really should have planned this out better. I don't live stream very often, guys, but when I do, apparently I wear a flannel shirt. I've done 2 live streams in this shirt before. Well, okay, this stream and another stream. So there have been at least 2 live streams on my YouTube channel where I am wearing this plaid shirt. After the Aladdin hype kind of like, I don't want to say died down, because it's Aladdin. The hype's never going to die down. But I think after Aladdin was, we started to get excited. Hang on a sec, just adjusting. Adjusting the Google Hangout. After the Aladdin, the bit of Aladdin hype, we got to the Dumbo movie, like actually Dumbo movie, not just Dumbo trailer, and then we're still waiting for the movie, I think. The Dumbo movie has come out already, right? I think so. Somebody fact check that for me. I can't manage a whole lot of things right now, but I'm pretty sure it came out. And I haven't heard as much hype around that, but I have heard some reactions. And again, I think Dumbo is a good movie to live action. Yes, he looks kind of weird because it's Tim Burton's style of doing movies. So, like, it's going to have that Tim Burton aspect to it. But that's fine. That's cool. Tim Burton has come out with a good number of great takes on things. Alice in Wonderland, I would say maybe like the first one was good. Second one, it had some work to do, but Tim Burton is not a bad director. I will definitely check out his movies when I can, especially if Helen Bonham Carter is in them, because love me some Bellatrix. But, and this is where things are going to get controversial. So 90s Diz kids, or just any Diz kid in general, have a little bit of grace here. I'm not on board with live action Lion King. Sorry, not on board with graphics reboot Lion King. It's on record. It is on video record that I, a 90s Diz kid, am not on board with the graphics reboot of The Lion King. And I'll tell you why. Because personally, I think I'm justified in this, but of course everyone thinks they're personally justified in their own opinions. When the trailer dropped, the very first trailer, it is basically a carbon copy CGI upgrade of direct scenes from the 90s animated movie. And I get it. It's a nostalgia grab. That's what all of these live action Disney remakes and CGI upgrades have done. It's nostalgia grab us. But this was just a little too on the nose. Like, okay, why? Why are you going to give us the exact same scene, the exact same sequence of pictures that you originally gave us? Oh, this is hard to say. Basically 30 years ago. And then pass and still have people go crazy with it. Well, okay, people go crazy with it because it's The Lion King, it's the timeless classic. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's weird. It's kind of weird, in my opinion. And then when the second trailer, because they finally came out with an actual second trailer a few days ago, I'll admit it was kind of cool to see like the elephant graveyard and the hyenas closing in on Simba and Nala. Hey, Ivan. But I don't know. It doesn't feel right. Lion King in a CGI format like the Jungle Book, it just doesn't feel right. And I think it doesn't feel right because there are no human actors to make it different. Jungle Book, this kid came on as Mowgli. He was an actual kid. He had to interact and react, he had to act and do theater with nothing. Hey, Nathan, you're in the other room. I think, unless you went back to Colburn. Scatterbrained, sorry. Ah, wow. I get derailed really, really quickly when I've had coffee. So yes, it was cool to see them in that new form, but I really don't think it's necessary. Like, I didn't, and do I want to say this? I don't think I want to say this. You know what? I'm going to say this. I've already gotten myself into a hole that a lot of people aren't going to want me to get dug out of. The wildebeest scene didn't get me. It honestly didn't. Maybe that's because I knew it was coming and it didn't get me. I think the live-ish element of the format that they're going with, making it so realistic, it took the magic away. I can't believe I just uttered those words, but this is my life now. And we have barely seen any personification in the animals. We got Scar, who, slight tangent here, does not look as menacing in this version as he did in the animated. Like, I'm not scared of Scar. He just looks like a big, shaggy lion. Like, in the animated versions, he had mats of hair in different places. Like, he had a mane and he had, like, some fur on his back, but then it was just like his skin. That version was terrifying. This version really just makes me think, wow, how much longer is it going to before he kicks the can? And that's not what you want from one of Disney's most iconic villains of all time. So watching all that just it's kind of disappointing to me that Disney would not really sell me on one of their properties. Like, I'm not saying that they get me on board with everything Disney makes. I'm not that much of a fanatic. But I had higher hopes. I really did. But hey, they're entitled to hit and miss once in a while. What else has Disney come out with lately? I wanted to write notes down for this, and I started to, but my iPad was being really, really slow, so I actually couldn't copy anything down without it taking forever to catch up with itself. So, Aladdin, check. Dumbo, check. Lion King, check. Those are really the three right now. I have heard that Mulan is going to be coming eventually. Oh, wait, hang on. One more last thing about The Lion King, and I can't confirm this. I haven't looked online to see if it's legitimate. They don't have Be Prepared. They don't have the most iconic villain song that Disney has had in their animated movies. It's not in there. And that is just... Nope. Nope. If you're gonna have an icon, if you're gonna reanimate Lion King and have it be as impactful as it was, you gotta have Be Prepared. So if that's true, then they're really cutting out part of what made Lion King resonate in my heart, at least. So with that, with Aladdin and Dumbo and Lion King flushed out, Disney live action remakes. A lot of them can be done well because a lot of them do have human characters in them. Aladdin has human characters in them. Dumbo, The Lion King Nope, sorry. The Jungle Book. The Little Mermaid, that's still on the way. Mulan, that's still on the way. Those properties have human characters in them that actual people can portray and bring to life in a new and exciting way. Lion King does not have that. Not every movie that Disney has made has that. And you know what? If they sometime down the road wanted to try to make a live action Fox and the Hound, yes, I'm going there. They're not going to be able to do it any justice at all because the emotion and the impact of that movie is told through a beagle and a fox in such a way that they are able to personify in an animated form, a classic animated form that impacts our hearts. I don't think Disney would be able to do that with a live action. We would see, okay, they could catch us with the beagle. I've been caught by a live action beagle before, and it's powerful. But I don't know if they could do it with a fox. I honestly don't. Those are my takes on live action Disney with human actors and CGI remakes for movies that don't have human actors in them. I like that a lot of the main I like that James Earl Jones came back as Mufasa. Like, that's cool. That's how you do an animation upgrade right. So there's that. So I will give a slow clap to Disney for bringing back the original voice of Mufasa. Beyonce may very well do okay with Nala. I would be down to hear that because Beyonce. But the most recent news, Sheldon McCloud is in the audience, everybody. Big Daddy Mac is back, kind of, sort of, in an element of himself. Sheldon, we miss you. Really wish you were here for the end of our semester because I know a lot of us would greatly appreciate it. Okay, Sheldon moment, out of the way. Was not expecting that whatsoever, but hey, this is my life now. So, let's talk Star Wars. And when I say let's talk Star Wars, I mean on a surface level, because I am not headstrong I am not head on into the fray for Star Wars. I appreciate the franchise and I enjoy it. It gives me a sense of fantasy and it gives me a sense of adventure, but I am not one of the ones who will sit and theorize about if Jar Jar Binks was actually supposed to be a Sith Lord, if Rey's parents are X or Y person. I just like watching the movies. The episode 9 trailer dropped yesterday. Have you guys, talking to Instagram here, but also if you're watching this back on YouTube, have you guys watched the movie or watched the trailer yet? Because it is a good trailer. I just have to clear some notifications I'm getting on my phone. It's a wild one. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I think actually, oh yeah, one of the last live streams I did was actually for my thoughts on the Last Jedi trailer that came out last Christmas. So that's kind of cool. I'm not going to sit here and break down the trailer because I know at least one channel on YouTube is going to do that already, and they're going to be able to do such a better job. Okay, I will take Haley's thumbs up as she has seen the Star Wars Episode 9 trailer. This is the one gripe I have about it, and it's not a big gripe. It's just a kind of, why is this a thing? I'm not a fan of the title. Like, what is it? The Rise of Skywalker. Wow. Okay. I do not. Star Wars Episode 9. Rise of Skywalker. Oh, yeah, the Rise of... No. Yeah, okay, the Rise of yeah, Rise of Skywalker. Okay, all right. Hello, can you see these? Yo, yes, Fusion. Yes, I can see you. Sorry. I was, yeah, I didn't have everything set up properly. When I started things off, I had one of my screens covering over the comment section, but then I did move it and I saw that 2 of your messages were retracted. So I apologize for that. Thank you for tuning in. I think that's really, really cool of you. I can see your comments. So yes. Okay. So yeah, the one gripe, I'm not a fan of the title. It doesn't really excite me. It's not as ominous or as grandiose as I guess I was expecting it to be, because we had Star Wars The Force Awakens. Like, oh, we just finished one trilogy. The Force is coming back. There's something else, something's going to happen. Star Wars The Last Jedi. What does it mean by The Last Jedi? Are they like, is this like, is Rey going to be the last Jedi? Is like, what does that mean? Rise of Skywalker. This is basically just going to fuel so many more theories that Rey is a Skywalker, or like who Rey's parents are. Do any of the titles excite you? Oh yeah, Haley. Like the titles, they like like I said, I got excited when I heard the Star Wars The Force Awakens, Star Wars The Last Jedi, even like take it back to the very, very, very beginning, Star Wars A New Hope. Like that was the very first movie that came out. And even that just had an awesome title. But Rise of Skywalker, I don't know. Not a huge fan. Unless of course you take it to mean Ben Solo, Han and Leia's son. He's technically a Skywalker. So, like, the Rise of Skywalker, could he be getting redemption? That might be the only thing about it that excites me. But just watching the trailer at face value, it was done really, really well. It gave us some action-y type shots. It gave us a little bit of what might be happening with Rey. Like she has in one scene, basically like it's a whole bunch of the crew together on a mountaintop, and she's wearing these white almost like her normal gray outfit that she wore back when we first met her in The Force Awakens, when she was just basically a scavenger. Now she has a white outfit of the same manner. And I think that's cool. I think that's a really cool transition, because we've seen her go through like basically a few different shades. She started with gray, which is basically like I mean, I don't know if you want to take that as a symbol of she's not sure of where she stands. She's uncertain of her purpose. And then in The Last Jedi, she goes off to see Luke. She's still kind of wearing gray, so she's still trying to figure herself out. But then we see her in black, and that's almost as a way to say, is Rey going to choose darkness? Is she going to give in to the unknown and take her down a path of darkness? Also, the thing that happens with coffee is I stopped being able to come up with synonyms on the spot. So I use the same words over and over again a lot, as you might have been able to tell earlier with Julie Andrews, Mary Poppins. It's not Julie Andrews, Mary Poppins, something like coffee. Might have not been a good idea, but hey, this is my life now. So we've seen her go through the gray outfit. We've seen her in a black outfit. Now we see her briefly in a white outfit. So that truly gives a nod to almost, I don't know if I want to say the completion of her journey and she's discovered who she is, but I do really think that it was a well done trailer. It gave away it showed some stuff. There was one, oof. And Andre Meadows, Black Nerd Comedy, he released a video earlier today about him watching the trailer for the first time, like live on screen. And this stuck out to him, and it stuck out to me too. She makes like this like backwards flip jump that is so cool. It's almost like an Assassin's Creed and a Matrix sort of a backwards jump. And that was just like, yes, you go, Ray. I love it. Acrobatic, check. +4 to her dex. What along with the and then there was like 2 seconds of a hug with Carrie Fisher. Oh man, that got me. And you see a single tear go down Ray's face. That, wow, I had no idea that Carrie Fisher had filmed anything for Rise of Skywalker, but she was in it. Now my mind is wondering, how much was she actually able to film before she passed away? That's going to bring up so many emotions to people in the theater. They, like, even in Force Awakens, not Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, we knew she passed away. We knew we only had so many more scenes with her. We thought when she got like not blasted, but like drifted out into space, that was it. That was her exit, and that was a really cool way to go. But then she came back later on, and we got a really touching scene with her and Mark Hamill. And those two have been on a journey together since the beginning. And then we have this short little snippet of what I would imagine is only one of multiple scenes involving Carrie Fisher in episode 9. That's going to be really, really impactful to see that happen, because Carrie Fisher was an icon to a lot of people. And we thought we had closure. We thought we were out of the woods, but hey, not yet. Not yet. We are still in the thick of it, and it's not going to be done until Carrie Fisher, or it's not going to be done until episode 9. The credits roll and the music fades out, and that's when the saga is going to come to an end. Allegedly. Let's be honest. Disney has Star Wars in their Disney Plus streaming service. They've already talked, and there are not news reports, but like articles online about a TV series called The Mandalorian, or like Mandalorians, basically like the particles that make up the Force. So there's going to be a story about that on the Disney Plus streaming service, which is that is the talk of several Facebook groups that I am part of right now. And it's kind of irksome to realize the strong potential that Canada is not getting Disney Plus when it releases in November. Haley, you are very, very blessed to be living in America and going to school in America because you guys get Disney Plus. We don't, if reports are correct. And I can understand that in a sense because like even Netflix, like our Netflix has different things than American Netflix. Granted, American Netflix is better because they have the better shows, but there are differences. Disney Plus, I think I also read someone say that Disney Plus will release for Canada a year after it comes out in November, which is really going to suck because by that time, everyone I'm in contact with from the States is going to have watched these shows, and I'm going to be behind the times, which is kind of lame, but hey, that's going to be my life now. That is basically my motto for the last, maybe I should make a shirt with that. What do you guys think about that? This is my life. I guess this is my life, or like something involving this is my life now. Do you think that would be something cool to put on a shirt if I do up a logo, maybe like a speech bubble or like thought bubble and kind of a face like, I guess this is my life now. Anyway, that's a little tangent. But Disney Plus, that sounds exciting. Like I'm ready for it, even though I'm not going to be able to get it. Because there are some cool things that they have in the works. Yeah, in a Facebook group I'm part of for a podcast by a couple of YouTubers that I watch. Well, I watch one of them, and the other one's her best friend. So I should probably watch both of them. But I only watch one of them because only one of them inspires me. They posted a link. This person posted a link to some of the things that Disney is planning. Mandalorian is on there. I think it was Falcon and Winter Soldier TV series. So like Falcon from Marvel, Civil War, and the ending of Winter Soldier. And then Bucky Barnes, who is the Winter Soldier. They're going to have TV shows developing on that. I got an itchy head. Oh, shoot. What else was there? I'm not going to pop on Facebook right now because that's just going to create dead space, and I don't want that. There's Mandalorians. There's Falcon. Oh, Peggy Carter, Agent Carter. I think that she's going to be getting a new series or a continuation of her series that was on ABC, maybe. Again, this is all things that I've heard. I haven't fact-checked this stuff because really we're just basically with coffee here and being in my room, I feel like this is just a big like living room situation where we're all just kind of hanging out in one room. And we don't look these things up before we talk about them. Like, who does that when they're just hanging out? They hear one thing, and then people get excited about that and start talking about like, oh, how cool would this be? How cool would like this be if this worked like that? And I feel like that's kind of what we're doing right now. Hi, Laura. I'm just getting to the Disney Plus stream service portion of the Disney discussion of the live stream. We talked about my thoughts on Aladdin, talked about Dumbo, talked about The Lion King, which I had some kind of controversial things to say about that. So if you want to watch this afterwards and then like message me or tell me on Sunday if I'm a heretic, then feel free to do that. And now we're on Disney Plus, which I heard is not coming to Canada in November. Very, very upset about that. But hey, it's just life. It's how things go. I want it to be in Canada on November. I really, really do. But I don't think it is. I'm kind of upset about that. But I can't be too upset because coming up in, looking at my calendar, 1, 2, 13 days. Guys, holy, there are 13 days left until Avengers Endgame. The 4th Avengers movie comes out in less than 2 weeks. And I am pumped for that. Gamer Girl Dan. Hi, Dan. Yeah, Endgame. Oh, man. All right. So I did this crazy thing last year with Infinity War. I went in blind. Completely blind. Well, not completely. I might have had like 1 or 2 things spoiled, but I did not watch a movie trailer. I did not see pictures. I did not read articles. I got absolutely nothing. No like no first glance, sneak peek, any sort of that for Infinity War. And that was the best decision I could have made. I went into the movie theater knowing absolutely nothing other than like the kind of obvious things of all the Avengers are coming together and we're going to see Spider-Man with Tony Stark, even though we saw that in Spider-Man Homecoming, like Spider-Man with Doctor Strange and Thor with Guardians of the Galaxy with Iron Man and Doctor Strange. That was really good. But I didn't know how they were going to interact. I didn't know exactly what was going to happen. I feel like those might have been teased in the trailer. So I am so glad that I went into Infinity War completely blind. I had the best time ever. Hey, Courtney, we are getting into the final portion of the stream talking about Avengers Endgame and how I have not seen any trailers. I have not seen many photos. I was completely spoiled by their new outfits because multiple clothing companies that have ads on Facebook are showing like the sweaters and the leggings. So obviously those were ruined for me. And I have my own opinions of the outfits that I'm actually going to save for my review video because I will be having one of those again because I feel like that's just obligatory. And so yeah, right. No trailers, few pictures, no news articles, absolutely nothing. I don't want to know what's going to happen beforehand. I can guess what's going to happen beforehand because, well, we know Captain Marvel is there now. We can sense that some of the other Marvel properties are going to be participating. I think I did actually get a tiny glimpse of Luke Cage with the Avengers. So, like, that sucked. I wanted to sit in the theater and then, like, Luke comes walking in and be like, oh my gosh, they actually got Luke in here. He survived the snap. I thought that would have been cool. That didn't happen. That was, like, the only thing I think I saw. So I don't know if, I don't know about the other properties. Oh, geez. Okay. I gotta wrap this up quick because my camera battery's at 5% and I don't want to lose you guys because really you're the most people that are watching me right now. So yes, Luke Cage in there. If Daredevil, Iron Fist, and Jessica Jones are in there too, marvelous, wonderful, love it. I am down for it. I am so excited. I am going to try to see it on opening night with some of my friends from 14.6 back in Truro before I go to the island. Hopefully, if I can find a place to live and work like I'm desperately trying to. This isn't the end of Marvel movies. We have Spider-Man Far From Home coming up after Infinity War. We will no doubt have a Black Panther 2 set to come out at some point. So Marvel is not done after Endgame, but the Avengers saga, I think, is. and I have a very strong feeling this is going to be the biggest climactic battle in cinematic history, except for maybe all the huge battles in Game of Thrones, which comes back tomorrow night. But the live stream is not about HBO and Game of Thrones. I don't even know if I could do that justice, because with that, I am just a TV fan. And I know people who are so much more in depth with the storyline than I am. So I'm just going to leave that as it were. Thank you guys so much. And thank you guys so much for tuning into my end of semester live stream. I've had a lot of fun with it. I have wanted to get back into live streaming a little bit more, like on YouTube, not on Twitch, but I also do want to get back to live streaming on Twitch to talk and share my thoughts without having to make an edited video, because those take a really long time to record, edit, caption, all of those things together. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I will probably see a lot of you guys in the next few days, since we are still going through exams. I hope everyone's done well with them so far, and I will see you guys. I mean, you can find me anywhere the description says I am. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitch. I'm not really on Facebook anymore because that's not a platform my target audience tends to hang out at. So if you want to hook me up. If you want to look me up on Twitter and Instagram and Twitch, feel free to do so. I hope to get back to streaming once I'm settled into a place to live on Prince Edward Island. But until next time, guys, don't be afraid or discouraged by others to embrace what you are truly passionate about, because you have no idea who in the world you can make an amazing connection with. Nailed the outro. Thank you guys very much. Have an awesome week.